We've heard about Malia, am I saying it right? Malia Obama, who got into Harvard. Woohoo! And she's deferring. She's deferring for 1 year. My first question is, what are your thoughts on a gap year? The second one is that a good choice for Malia? And my third one is, if you've been in the media, you must have seen all the hatred said on an innocent girl who they think couldn't get into Harvard. Do you experience such things, or how do you counsel a girl about that?
There was hatred on a girl who couldn't get into Harvard.
No, it was Malia Obama. She's been called everything. She grew up in the White House. And this is their last year. I think that she needs that 1 year. I mean, I wouldn't advise my child to do it, but I think that she needs the 1 year to kind of breathe. I'm stealing somebody's word. And then kind of learn who she is. Have a relationship with herself without all the lights and cameras on her. I just think that's the only reason she's doing it. She's 17. I think she's going to be 18 soon. So,
Yeah, I respect her decision to take a gap year, and it's just based on family circumstances and what's important to you as a person. But I would encourage that if someone's going to take a gap year, it should be used meaningfully. There should be a good reason why. Maybe you want to volunteer, maybe you want to do something that will add value to you. But it's okay. You know, the way that we think about it, coming from Cameroon and maybe from Nigeria, is we want our children to excel, we want them to keep going, we don't want any breaks. But over here, there are a lot more opportunities and resources where kids can take that gap year and do something that adds value to their overall career. But for me personally, I wouldn't encourage my children to take a gap year unless there's a very strong reason why that will add to their overall success in the long run.
yeah. I'm actually sending her an email to volunteer for Black Bombs. I think that would be nourishing, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Personally, like I said, I have all these three high achievers. And I remember my son, he went boom, 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 all the way to medical school. And I didn't let him take a gap year. Not after high school, that was not a question, but even after college. And in retrospect, he could have taken a gap year because he knew exactly what he wants to do. And 1 year wouldn't have done anything because my last one took a gap year and he's now in law school. So I don't think it's a bad decision, but like you said, I think it's a family by family situation.
What did he do in the year that he taught?
My son Ugo, truthfully,
Sit at home.
yeah, he's not at home. Well, at 8 and he woke up by 2 p.m. every day, and then after that he kind of walked a little bit, and then he studied for his LSAT. So there was a purpose. He had something going on, and he helped a little bit with Black Home. So
Right. You know, in high school, there's a lot of work. Sometimes I feel so bad. I don't know if your children are experiencing that. It's a lot of work, especially there's science high schools. They go to bed at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. They're doing homework. And after that, they're just exhausted and burnt out for college. So that 1 year probably gives like you gave your son an opportunity to regroup and take a short break before gaining the momentum again. What do you think? What do you guys think about
oh,
it?
yeah. I think the only difference would be the fact that Ugo already graduated from college, and Malia, is just coming out of high school. So that might be the difference. But whatever might be the case, I'm sure she has a good reason. Maybe discussion has already happened between her and the parents, and they are good, and I'm sure there's a good reason. Only if we know. So do you have any thoughts from our young audience? Chidima, do you have anything to add to it? You know I'll call you. Okay, I'm going to give it to Chidima so she can.
I think it's a good idea for her to take a break, because like she did live in the White House, and you know, she has lights and cameras, and there's always like paparazzi everywhere, and it's just hard, you know, because me in school right now it's like really difficult, and I can like, you know, it's just a lot of homework, as she said, like it's just going to bed late night, and then always complaining to my mom like I don't like school, and school's hard, but you know, like me. I just think that what she's doing is really good, and I wish her all the best.
Don't get in She's going straight on. How about her? I know you're only 12.
Personally, I think it depends on the person and how they're doing in school. So if the person is like a person who's hardworking and dedicated to school, then maybe they want a break, and if they're willing to go back to school afterwards, then it's fine. But if the person's someone who's going to get lazy and not want to go back to school and not going to be encouraged to go back to school, then no. But it depends on the person. And I don't know. I'd have to see how I am at that time, because I don't want to get lazy over a year. That's a long time when you think about it.
Yeah, it is. Great answer.
I feel like if she wants to, she should. Due to the circumstances of her life, it's kind of hard, depending on what's happening in her life. Maybe she should just take a gap year to get to know herself, as people said. She should just explore herself more and learn what she wants to do. Me, I don't think I would take a gap year because I know my mother wouldn't want me to.
I think, like what most people have said, it depends on the person. Because if you have something in mind that you're going to be doing during that 1 year, like if you know that you need to take time off for yourself, if you were like overworked or something, then I feel like it's a good idea to take a gap year. But if you know you're just going to waste that year and you're going to get lazy, then it's a waste of time, because you could be getting a start on your education.
Great answer. Thank you. You guys want to say something? One of you, at least?
I agree with everyone.
She agrees with everyone. So I'm going to come back to Ayo because she's doing a gap here.
Hello, I'm currently on a gap year right now. I actually think it's a good idea because it gives you time to get to know yourself. You know, after high school, they just rush you into college, and you know, some people aren't prepared for that. And during a gap year, you get a break, you get to learn about yourself, you get to do things. You know, we're young, we have goals, accomplish your goals, and then after the year's over, get right back into school.
So, when did you start your gap year?
It's almost gonna be a year. I started it basically the new year.
So after your high school?
So I went to college for 1 year, and then, well, 2 semesters, well, 1 year, and then I started working.
So are you going back, and when?
I'm gonna go back in January.
So that's exactly 1 year. Great job. That's strategic. She knew what she wanted and she's ready.
I know a lot of people are doing it because of the convenience and all that, but to me, as a Nigerian parent, I make sure that I provide for my children. You know, I mean, throughout going to school, that they get whatever they want to make them prepared to go back to school. So taking a gap year to me is a no-no in my family. And I know I might sound so strict and then, you know, but that's me.
You're a Tanya mom.
That's me. Every family is different and they can, you know, do what they want to do or what they choose to do. But in my own family, there's nothing like gap year. Because I think if I can do it here in this country, the kids that come, you know, behind me should be able to. Okay, there's no reason to take a gap year. Please, thank you.
A registered nurse and a pastor. I have experience with 2 people who took gap year. One is my niece. During that 1 year, that was immediately after high school, she decided she wanted a break, and she used the time very wisely. She learned domestic stuff like sewing, knitting, decorating homes. She spent that 1 year very good, and then she went to college. Now she's happily married, and I remember going to visit with her. The house was so nice, the curtains were made, and I said, where did you buy this? I made them myself, she said.
Wow.
I'm like, 1 year, gap year, that's the advantage. She saw them. The other advantage, the other person I noticed that did gap year and became a success is my son. He's a medical doctor now. When he finished university at Pepperdine University, just so, he decided, he said, Mom, I've been going to school since I was 3 years old, which is true. Can I take a break? And I thought, why not? You're still young. Which was a very good thing we did, because that 1 year break was able to go around, travel far and wide, and when it was time to go to medical school, it was very, very fresh and ready. And today he was able to complete his course without any other breaks, and he's doing very well as a medical doctor. So taking a break, it's could be of an advantage as long as they are focused and they know what they are supposed to be doing. Two different instances. One was high school, the girl, so she learned domestic stuff. And then my son was after college, because she went to medical school. I kind of see after college, before medical school. Your son was started at 2, 3, I started at 2. I remember finishing my master's degree and saying, I will never read again. And I have never. Except for tax books. I only do tax books now because I have to pay my bills. That's why.
I tend to agree with the younger speaker, the 12-year-old, that is an individual thing. Happy my daughter is not here to hear me say, because I grew up in Nigeria, and in Nigeria there was nothing like gap year. You just keep moving. And I kept moving, but on my own, being the infant terrible, after my secondary school years, I said, I'm going into the world. But you know what? The same individual thing. 2 months into the world, I was tired of the world. And when I got tired of the world, and that is the disadvantage, it took me quite some time to decide what I wanted to do outside the world. I had to look for a place. In Nigeria, there is a time you have to go to an institution. And I missed going to the university then because I wanted to go into the world. I went to a polytechnic, veered off what I wanted to be, and it took me quite some time to go back. So am I in support of gap year? No. Unless you really, really, really know yourself. And please, and that is the time, the parents should understand their children. Don't encourage that child to take a gap year. Thank you.
All well said. The only difference is that Malia Obama is sick. So I can still see why they will let her take a gap year. She's the president's daughter. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure with a mama like Mishi, who's going back to college, that's for sure. So I'm not worried. So anyway, any other thing before we give it up for Dr. Nikki Nambi? Any other comments on this? Oh, does anybody want to talk about why they were having so much hatred in social media for a 17-year-old?
Just real quick about the hating. People will always be who they are. You know, I would not even think about it because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Okay, so if you know yourself, like we've all been talking about here, you know who you are, you know where you're going, you know where you're heading, you're doing the right thing for yourself, you have God in your heart, that you can't please everybody. That's just the way life is. So I wouldn't even bother responding to those haters. I'm like, go get a life. You know, go get a life. If you don't like what I'm doing, go show me what, you know. That's my own attitude towards it. So, all right? Whether it's a gap year or not a gap year, whether it's about going to Harvard or not going to Harvard, whatever it is, you'll still have haters. You will, you know? Right? Right. Thank you.
So let them go and count some. And by the way, she's brilliant. And anybody that sees she's not, there's a Nigerian girl that just got into all the Nigerians. But this hatred thing will always continue. Without much ado, can we give it up for the Colin? Thank you so much for sharing and for blessing us with your message. Love you.